Welcome to our new lesson of English for the 11th grade. In this video, we are going to present how can we fill in an inquiry form. That's in period number 5 of your book. In period number 5, we are exposed to a concept which is called distance learning. تعلم عن بعد. What is distance learning? It's learning when you aren't in the place where the class is. In other words, distance learning could be called as home study. So it's a form of education where there is a little or no face-to-face interaction between students and their instructors. So in brief, it is similar to the one that we are doing right now. You are learning by distance. What are the advantages of distance learning? When we say advantages, we mean the positives, the positive points of using distance learning. We can list some of them, like that you can learn from home, so there's no need to travel. You can get a degree from anywhere in the world, and it is not too expensive. Also, you can pay the fees easily, and you can learn at any time you prefer, and you can learn at the speed that you prefer. These are some of the advantages. Let's move now to the disadvantages, and I know that you have encountered or faced some of these disadvantages while learning by distance. The first one is that you do not have direct contact with the teacher, and there aren't classmates to help you if you do not understand a part or a topic. Also, you won't get to enjoy the social aspects of being with fellow students every day. That's what could make you feel bored. Your attention may get distracted easily. You can face difficulty with complicated technology. Of course, you may be asked to do some tasks using technological tools or programs that you do not know how to deal with. Also, you may not have the facilities of both tools and payment. Maybe you cannot pay, you don't have the tools for electronic learning. You cannot pay for them. You don't have a card for payment in your country, for example, like the case that we have in Gaza. Also, you may not have the tools, like you do not have a laptop, or the network connection in your place is not fast enough. Finally, the format is not ideal to all learners. Maybe it doesn't suit all the types of learning styles. Well, what do we mean by an inquiry form? The inquiry form, of course, as you can see, it could be written with an E or with an I. You can find it on the internet using an I. Okay, so an inquiry form is a way for websites to gather valuable information from users. And I guess that you have faced some of these inquiry forms while using the internet. In these inquiry forms, you are asked to write, for example, your name, your ID, your email, your phone number, and etc. Now, in the inquiry form, you may have some vocabs that you need to understand what do they mean. In this exercise, as you can see, we have some vocabs, like the word occupation. Occupation, it means a job, الوظيفة. Number 2, higher education. It means التعليم العالي. And number 3, qualification, بمعنى المؤهلات، بمعنى the degree or the other certificate، الدرجة العلمية أو الشهادة العلمية اللي حصلت عليها. Number 4, required field، الحقل المطلوب to be filled. You must fill in this part. Now, you have now to listen to the part that I'm attaching below. Listen carefully to the speaker, then try to fill in the inquiry form in your book, period number 5. Stop the video, listen to the part, and try to fill in the spaces of the inquiry form. Now you can check your answers. His name is Ziyad Abu Daya. He is 26 years old. He works as a cashier in a bank. And he has got a certificate, which is a university degree in economics. And the main reason for doing the course is to improve his chances of getting a better job. The areas of interest for him are accounting, business administration. His postal address, as you can see, you can write the address this way: 88 Lawson Road, West Farnley, etc. His email, as you can see, zadia22@quickmail.com. His phone number is mentioned, as you can see, and his mobile number too. Now it's time to fill in your own inquiry form. Well, imagine that you can or you need to apply to a course, for example, an English course for developing your skills of speaking. Try now to stop the video, fill in the spaces, then move on to find the sample. Well, now maybe the name is Selma, whatever your name is. Try to write your name starting with the first name, the second name, and your father's name and the last name. Your age, for example, you are maybe 17, 16, whatever. Your occupation, of course, you are not having a job right now, so you are a school student. When you need to fill in an inquiry form after the graduation from university and getting a job, you have to mention, of course, your job and the higher education qualification for you. It should be mentioned the same as the example that we have seen by the listening part. But now for you, you can just leave it in an empty space. And as you can see, you don't have a star or a red star for a required field for the higher education qualification, so it's not necessary to be filled in. Now, the main reason for doing the course, of course, to develop my speaking skills. The areas of interest is English language conversation. Mainly in this type or in this part or in this field, you have to mention the name of the course that you prefer. Now, the preferred hours, that if you prefer the full-time hours or part-time, of course you will need the part-time because you are a student and you have other requirements. The postal address, your address should be written the same way that we have learned in the 10th grade, starting from the street and finishing or up to the country. For example, Omar bin Khattab Street, Al-Sheikh Ridwan, Gaza, Palestine. Now your email, you have to enter your email, for example, this way, but you have to pay attention that you write it completely right. Your phone number, of course, and the mobile number. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.